One of ISIS's chief executioners in Syria has been found, apparently after having been executed. Isn't it ironic? The corpse...
That wasn't an Alanis Morissette song, was it?
She would love this, actually. She's not a big fan of ISIS, I hear.
Yeah, Chardonnay, flying my Chardonnay, and my chief executioner executed.
Was beheaded after beheading other people.
Right.
The corpse showed signs of torture and carried the message, "This is evil, you Sheikh." That's rough language. Okay, I should have told you to earmuff the kids. Written on it. The severed head also had a cigarette in its mouth, and that is the most important clue here as to why possibly this executioner, who apparently was a big believer in ISIS principles in general, was actually killed, because ISIS is not down with smoking or drugs or alcohol of any kind. IS has declared that smoking is slow suicide and demands that every smoker should be aware that with every cigarette he smokes in a state of trance and vanity, he is disobeying God.
There's two things I love about this. First, I like that they're health conscious. What's next? ISIS turns vegan? Okay.
They're pro-smoothie still.
Yeah. Now, we in America have brought down smoking rates by doing public service announcements and billboards and marketing campaigns and stuff like that. But that's a little too slow for ISIS. They're like, okay, you take the billboards, we'll take a machete, boom, 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 we cut the heads off, and then everybody gets the message, right?
Yeah.
Now, my favorite part is the irony of, if you smoke it, it's a slow suicide. Hence, we will give you a fast one.
That's quicker. An efficient organization.
Like, if you smoke, it'll kill you, okay? No, literally, it will kill you, because we'll come with a machete and chop your head off. How is that protecting people's health?
I remember growing up, they had those truth.com advertisements. I don't remember like a guy pointing in the camera and saying, "This is evil, you Sheikh." That would have been effective, I think, though. But no, I think this is really interesting, though, because look, it could be that they just put the cigarette between his lips or whatever because they had a personal grudge against him, they wanted to snuff him out or something like that. But if they actually executed one of their chief executioners for smoking, how can this organization continue? I mean, we talk about how extreme it is, but this guy, I mean, he's an inside man. He's killing people for the organization, and even his commitment is not enough. If you're another person working in that area for ISIS and you see that, you know your own personal faults and your flaws. You must assume that eventually those beheading chickens are going to come home to roost. How can you stay in that organization?
No, John,
except out of fear?
I think you're exactly right. When I read the article, I thought the same thing. They're on a march towards self-extinction.
They're on a slow suicide.
Yeah, and it might not be that slow. It's like a medium suicide because nobody can live up to these standards. So it's one thing for their own personnel, but also like if you live in an area controlled by ISIS, I mean, you are in a total lockdown. The guy was part of Hisbah. Hisbah is the ISIS religious police, right? And they go looking around for women that show ankles. Selena Gomez would be in a lot of trouble, et cetera. That we're familiar with in other contexts. Of course, in their context, they might kill you immediately. Yeah. And they also check the produce. That's what they said. I don't know what they're checking the produce for. They're like, what do you do with this cucumber? Very questionable, right? Okay, so, I mean, I don't know, dude, I'm sorry about my tomato. Everybody's got to be in a constant state of panic, and you can't, how long can the public support last for them in areas that they control when they're chopping people's heads off for smoking a cigarette? And I got news for you. A lot of people in the Middle East smoke. Yeah. On that alone, they'd have to execute like 70% of the population.
Yeah, you have to smoke. It sucks there. There's ISIS. But yeah, and like if they're worried about slow suicide, like you can push that farther and farther. I mean, like I want to eat healthier this year. I ate so much toffee in our break room before this show. That is a slow suicide through diabetes and heart disease and cancer and stuff like that. It's a system of morality that does not work in the real world. It has made great gains in Syria and in Iraq, but I cannot imagine the people actually embracing this. This is way past the Taliban at this point.
Yeah, and I'm amused that for such an evil organization, they have, like, as you pointed out, they have such a comical way of referring to the guy. Like, you chop the guy's head off, and then they say, "This is evil, you Sheikh. I shake my finger at you, you Sheikh. You've been a bad Sheikh," right?
Unfortunately,
That's
they also
all you got?
They shake machetes too.
I know, but I mean, as you're killing a dude, can I get a curse or something like, you had this coming, you fucker, or something? No, just
No,
like,
you place his head on the block. You naughty, naughty boy.
yeah, I've been a naughty, naughty boy. Here you go, ba-bum. Okay.
You jumped a few thousand miles, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I hear you. And so if you're a family living there and you're like, okay, my produce is fine, but wait,
Nice cantaloupes?
Did you eat all your broccoli, Ahmed? Oh no.